This is how fucking desperate they are to not have Trump be blamed for the cuts that were made, for the early retirements that were made, and not blame the people of Kerr County, Texas, for refusing the money that Joe Biden tried to give him, $10.2 million, for updated warning systems. I was asked to discuss the 1995 Chicago heat wave. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, in July of 1995, Chicago experienced an unprecedented heat wave for our area, and 759 people lost their lives in the course of 5 days when heat indexes reached 126 degrees consistently. It was over 100 degrees for an actual air temperature in the middle of the night at like 11:30 midnight. So it was a bad heat wave. And in the comment section of that video where I was discussing the 1995 heat wave, Dumbfuck McGee here says, were there warnings? Did the president get blamed for it? You are too stupid to be allowed to breed. You know that? Nobody is blaming a president for a natural disaster. Nobody blames a president for a hurricane. Nobody blames a president for a wildfire. Nobody blames a president for an avalanche or a tsunami or a tornado or a flood, which is what you're referring to, the recent floods down in South Texas. Nobody's blaming Donald Trump for the flood. They're blaming him for offering early retirement packages to people who took those packages and then they didn't fill those positions, which were early warning positions. And we're blaming the idiots of Kerr County, Texas. And yes, that's how I am going to refer to them. Idiots who publicly stood up and said, we don't want any money for early warning systems because the money's coming from Joe Biden. Once again, Joe Biden offered the people of Kerr County, Texas, when he was president, part of the Rescue and Recovery Act, I believe it was, $10.2 million for early warning sirens specifically for floods for that area. And the citizens of that county stood up, literally spoke into a microphone and said, do not take this money because it's communist money.
We do not want more of Biden's mandates attached to keeping Biden's money.
But these people are communists. They hate America. They're teaching it in our schools. They're invading the border as we speak. I don't think we should take any money from the federal government because they can't be trusted.
Now, we don't need these funds here. We've done just fine. And we'll get by without them. But you spend this money, you're signing a contract with the devil. The devil's in the White House.
If you vote to keep Biden's money, I will hold you personally responsible and personally liable.
The Biden regime has proven to be tyrannical and anti-American. There is no part of this administration that is the good of America or Americans at heart. We want no part in anything coming down from the federal government. This is Texas.
So, asshole, the reason why there were no warnings down in Texas is because people who were responsible for getting the word out took early retirement, and the federal government and state and local officials did not fill those positions, and the locals there refused the money that Biden gave them for early warning sirens. But that doesn't fit your narrative, does it? Get fucked.